Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Drawing Chaos, and we got some work to do. Ow. Alright, so it has been pointed out to me that what I was doing here with my train stations might be just a wee bit off. So we're going to fix that. So here, as you can see, I have two lines going out for each individual one. Then when you check underneath it, you can see those two lines go into a bin, nice little buffer bin, and one line comes out from there. That is to allow everything to give me a perfect 480 belts. So now I have 480 resources per minute coming out of there. But unfortunately, I don't have 480 resources per minute going into there. And that is for two reasons. Reason number one. Well, the items that are coming in here... Whoa. Calm down there, buddy. The items that are coming in here, well... some of them may be traveling a huge distance. If you look at the map, I have one set of train stations over here picking up resources in the Rocky Desert. And then all the way over here in the Dune Desert, I have another one. So if we look at like Senior 5 train right here, it takes it way too long to go from here all the way over to here. Thus, it's not allowing the resources per minute that I am needing. So, what is the way to fix that? Well, it's a twofold process. Process number one is we need a second train. Now, I could just do, probably, just a second train for the 5 of them that are up there. Yep, that is an option. But where's the fun in that? Why not do a second train for every single one of them? Then there is a second problem, and to show you that problem, we have to travel a bit. So we're going to take our special locomotive, we're going to edit the timetable, get rid of this one, let's go to the Rocky Desert, save, and we'll meet up over there in just a smidgen. Alright, we are here. So, unfortunately, this is the entry point. This is where everything comes over. And somebody was pointing out that I need a buffer bin over here. Now, granted, I didn't leave myself enough space for like a buffer bin in between each and every one of these. So I'm going to have to build it underneath. So first step, I'm going to build off a lift floor right here, and then you can come up. And then we will drop down and figure out how to build some buffer bins down here. Which actually, looking around, it shouldn't be too hard. So all I should have to do is go down about 2. And then we'll bring in some foundations over here. Get these 2 gone. And then... what is it? Organization? Industrial storage. H to hold so that I can build it wherever I want. Oh, let's go on the other side. It'd be easier to see. At the middle. Okay, and then how close do I want it? Right there. That's not bad. We'll get rid of this and then bring one, haha, down right there. Okay, so that fits perfectly, and then we'll just connect one to here. And then the, what is it? The other intake one will come over here. And get rid of these on the bottom. Now, the only problem is this is a giant floating bin, and I could, you know, start, you know, sprucing this place up, but I'm going to wait till later for that. I want to get everything looking, like, working properly before I do that. You know, it'd be cool if we could have it hanging down. What do we have? Architecture. What about a frame foundation? Is that too big? And then, let's see, even if we move it in the middle... okay, that just looks too big, and then even if I use my mod to move it up a couple, it doesn't really fit perfectly. I don't like it. What about, ooh, a big frame pillar. What about maybe one here and then one behind it? Okay, that's not too bad. It hangs it up on there. maybe when I'll dress it up later, but I think that's gonna work. It looks like it's holding it, and then I just have to do that for basically the rest of these and the other one over there. All done and all set. Gotta love it. And it actually looks pretty cool. Now, once I start fully developing the rest of these, then it'll look even better and probably be hidden so you won't even see them anyway. But this should help with the buffer bins on here as well as the buffer bins on the other side. So on the last episode, we built trains. And now that I'm going to have extra trains, that means I'm going to have a total of 20 trains on the track, as well as 20 different train stations. Not counting my personal train, which has 4 different stations of its very own. And you know what we need? We need train station names. We need train names. And everybody gave me some amazing ideas in the comment section. Big shout out to Trainee McTrainface, which apparently was the #1 voted one, not to mention everybody that added it in there. So I literally had about like, I want to say like 7 or 8 people that said Trainee McTrainface. So that seems to be the greatest one. But then somebody pointed something out that got stuck in my mind, and I really like it, and I kind of wanted to go with it. So hear me out. All right. I'm a Muggle. I don't know if you know this, but I'm also a Harry Potter fan. All right. So somebody suggested Hogwarts, but like that, let's see if I can. Let's open up you, little guy, and like, so it was like, or, so it was like, was it, or, warts, hog, or, you know, like something like that. Okay, so they suggested that, and that got me down to the rabbit hole, and I'm like, okay, what if I named like all my train stations after like locations for Harry Potter? So like this one right here could be like what is it, Hogsmeade. Okay, and I'd probably check the spelling on Google later, but then I could like change this one to Hogsmeade. Like this one could be like Azkaban. This one right here probably be was it Diagon Alley or something like that. And then, of course, the main one would have to be like Hogswort. Oh my god, I can't speak now. Hogwarts. Oh my god. I got it. I did it. I'm proud of myself. But then I'm like, alright, then we can name all the trains after Harry Potter characters. And of course, my golden train that I used to try around with, what other better name than the chosen one? Harry Potter. Wouldn't that be great? And then of course I could change them to like train names and that kind of stuff, and that would be fun. But for right now, I'm just gonna kind of put like, you know, Harry Potter and then Harry Potter locations as there. I thought that would be just super fun to do. So with that idea intact, I had to bring in all my trains. So to do that, the easiest way is to cut off these 2 sections right here so they can't escape. So once they come over here, they stay over here. Mr. Bean, what are you doing? You're in the shot. Not to mention, it's super dangerous over here. What if a train comes in, buddy? What if that train's coming right over here? What then? Ooh, you got lucky. You're playing with fire, and you're gonna get burned. So yeah, all my trains are gonna start coming over here, and it might take a hot minute because, you know, they're everywhere. So once they get over here, they're gonna be into this little train track. I can rename all these trains, rename all these train stations, and then travel to the other one, because what I want to do is I want to set up all these trains and then go back to the other station and set up all those. Yeah, let's go build the base, he says, and then say hello to the Mr. Bean checkpoint. So I was traveling over here to start, you know, getting the train set up, and this one kind of is stuck in a spawn. he keeps spawning in the middle of here. So I figure, well, let's integrate him into the thing. I mean, he's already here. He's not going anywhere. So say hello to the Mr. Bean checkpoint. He checks the train lines. He makes sure everything's okay. You know, I kind of wish we could give him a hat. It's so dumb. But like this is the fun of the game. Is the randomness of it is just making something just for the sake of making it. Oh. And if ever I want to, I can just set him free. Be free, little guy. Okay, he's not free. But he's bouncy. Whee. Alright, alright. I'll get to work. Boss is always riding me. Okay, training chaos aside, on the last episode, we built ourselves 13,000 ingots. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. I'm pretty impressed. I love it. But I ran into an issue. It's this red one right over here. What happened? Are you not connected? Hold on. You're not connected. Jeez. There we go. Okay. So, this over here is looking amazing. There's no problems with it whatsoever, am I right? I'm wrong. Because here's what happens. The plastic and the rubber, I have those coming into the bins over here. The problem happens is when these bins fill up, they're going to be completely full, and then no more petroleum coke, no more money. Yep, so what I need to do is I need to make sure that this stuff keeps running. But I'm also making a bunch of heavy oil residue over here. These ones right here are making heavy oil residue that I'm not turning into petroleum coke. But I want these ones to run as well. Because why not? So what I'm thinking is, what if, maybe not so low, maybe like right here, I could zoop myself out a nice little platform, and then I could take all the heavy oil residue that we have right here, and I can use it to turn it into this recipe, residual fuel. Now, why would I do this? Why do I need any more fuel? Is 144,000 megawatts not enough? It's not. No, it's not. See, what I'm thinking is I can just produce it into fuel power over here, and then use some of this plastic and everything that I got. I think it's on this side. Yeah. Maybe make some packaged fuel, and then I always have a room for packaged fuel. So if I start getting the fuel made over here, I can make a makeshift thing that just burns the fuel off. Then when I upgrade a little bit to making turbo fuel, I can make packaged turbo fuel. Boom. Check it out. Now, nothing special, really. It's just all the heavy oil residue comes down, goes together, comes over here, makes fuel. Fuel's going into these, what do we do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 fuel generators on both sides, giving us an extra 1,250 megawatts of power that we don't need. And the same on the other side as well. But then I had to take away all the stuff down here because I didn't like how I had the water down here. So we're going to rebuild the water down there, because on the next thing I need to do, on the next episode, I need to start making concrete. Yes, that wonderful, wonderful concrete. And I was trying to figure out where to put it. And I remembered I had this giant opening right over here. Now, let's see. Where's my cluster bombs? Wait a minute. Let's do a little clearing, but in a nice, fun way. I don't know why, but this is what I'd like to do. So we could... Oh my god. Oh my god. Did you see it? Do you see it? I was about to clear off some trees, and I was about to make a cardinal sin. Yes. Run away, my dude. Run away. Because what I was going to do is I was going to aim, let's see, right here, kind of go a little bit down, and then... So yeah, that's fun. So let's try it a little bit lower. Let's aim right here. Hold it up and let it rain. Ooh. I don't know why, but carpet bombing is just, you know, when no one's there. When no one's there. Yeah. Gotta make sure our lizard doggo friend gets out of the way next time. I mean, not next time. He was out of the way. You can't prove otherwise. Anywho, so this is where I want to build my beautiful concrete factory. And a good question to be asking yourself right now is, what recipe are we using for concrete? What would be the solid one? And here's what I'm thinking. We're gonna grab ourselves a refinery. Because I have to build water, I want to build some wet concrete. Not because there's not a better recipe. I mean, there isn't. I don't think there is there? Let's see. What do we got here? And then we'll see the basic bitch one. So the basic bitch recipe, that one's this one over here. 3-to-1 ratio. Okay, I understand. And then you come over here, and this one has 2 of them. You have some fan concrete, which is 12 limestone to 10 concrete, which is almost a 1-to-1. Not gonna lie. But then you need silica. So why waste silica just to get concrete? I mean, there's plenty of limestone. Then you got your rubber concrete, which is a 10 to, like, that is even closer right there. But then you got to use rubber. And who wants to waste our rubber on concrete? Whereas this one, 6-to-4. We're losing a little bit. Roughly, would that be a third of it? Yeah, we're losing about a third of it. But we're using water. And we got water for days. We got water everywhere. We can stay hydrated forever. So yeah, I'm going to use this one, make some refineries over here, and just make like a little concrete factory. Hooray, we're done. That didn't take too long. And it doesn't look too bad. So all I did was just hook up some water and hook up some limestone. I have 4 lines of limestone coming in. So I ended up building, press G, 16 refineries. 8 on one side, 8 on the other. Each one is taking 120 limestone and turning it into 80 concrete. So that means that if I combine those 4 lines together, that is 320 limestone per minute times 4. Ooh, 320 times 4. 1,280 concrete per minute. Hell yeah. All the concrete. Now the biggest thing is I just gotta hook up the water. And I just have the pipes going on underneath. And if we slide on down here, I have not hooked them up. And nor am I gonna just put stuff down here like that. That would be just crazy, sticking to the floor. I want to bring it down here, have it going straight over, and then bring it straight over here, and then just build a little bit of a water plant over here. Nothing too special. Everything will just have like maybe like 1 pipe or pump to it. And then I can hook this one back up here as well. And that's done. Out of the way, which means we are making some concrete. So as you can see, I got my limestone flowing in and concrete coming out. Now the question is, which way do I bring it? Because what I was thinking would be really cool is if I just kind of put one of these over here. Boom. I can go to logistics, conveyor floor hole, and put a couple floor holes right here. And then conveyor mark 4, we'll just bring you straight down. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be the bottom one. And the other bottom one will go right here. And then you come down here, and we'll just have you go up 1, 2. And then you up 1, 2. And then, yeah, instead of going this way, which I don't know why I was doing in the first place, I could just have that going that way. And connect. And there we go. And basically do the thing over there, connect it up, and then I can have it go up to the next floor that I still haven't built because I was focusing a lot on this. But that is a lot of concrete, which is great because we need concrete for a lot of different things. Doesn't it look so much better now that it has a roofish? Not really, right? Right, Mr. Bean? Freaking crazy bugger. So, I decided to build this up here. I made all these wonderful, awesome sinks just to test out how the trains have been working. And so far, so good. No issues there. I got plastic and rubber being sunk, so I have no issues there. And then, of course, I had the concrete being sunk as well, so I can test out throughput issues up here. But now it's time to turn this into, well, something a little bit more crazier. Ideally, what I want to do is, let's say, well, we'll get rid of one side first. So this side, we'll get you out of here, and we'll get you out of here. First things first, when it comes to the concrete, what I want to do is I want to grab an organization bin, and I want to make an industrial storage. So we're gonna build like 4 of them. Just gonna play around with something real quick, nothing too special. And then what I can do is I can take this one and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Grab you. We're gonna go straight mode, and we're gonna go straight mode. And then have these just kind of go into a bin. And then what I want to do is I want to switch over to a dimensional depot. Sorry, dimensional depot. I don't know why everybody gets triggered on, you know, saying things wrongly. It's kind of just fun. You gotta have fun with it. And then there we go. So now I can have at least 2 times as much concrete coming in. But we can't stop there. Let's go with 4 times as much, because, you know, why not? Ooh, and there we go. So, the best part about this is the upload speed of this is 240 per minute. But because I have 4 of them, that's 960 concrete per minute. So I never have to worry about running out of concrete when I'm building massive stuff. Even if I'm building like, you know, 300 stacks at a time, like all I gotta do is wait a minute and bam, there's 3 stacks ready to go. That's like, what, 20 seconds? And bam. Oh, it's amazing. And that's with everything that's coming in right here, because that's 320 per minute. So I technically could go more if I, you know, split these up a different way, but I'm not gonna worry about that. Next up is we have to switch over to what we're gonna do with all... Wait, why are you not going in? Aw, what's going on, little feller? Alright, what's up with you? Am I not getting something coming in? It's probably a train problem. It's always a Yep, no iron. Alright, let me check my train lines. Okay, I have a few train issues, but, you know, that's beside the point. Let me go fix some train issues, and then we can start on the real building. Ugh. So many problems. Alright, that is much better. Turns out there was an issue with Severus Snape over in Hogsmeade, and it was this whole big thing and whatnot. You know, it was crazy. But everything is running perfectly fine now. Mr. Bean is still surviving, and oh, you're a wizard. You're a wizard, Mr. Bean. Okay, so with everything flowing nice and steadily, it is time to turn our ingots into profit, or at least into other things. So we'll start with one item at a time. So we're gonna start with steel. So if I, you know, start to dismantle this, I can press G, And then I can just scan all these wonderful things and don't worry about any continuity errors or whatnot. And then I can press G again, so now I can do my belts. And then all the way gone. Let's get rid of this. Come on. And get rid of you, all of you, and there we go. We'll clean this up. We have these little sections right here. Each one of them is about 5 foundations, and each one of them goes about, what is it, 6 foundations? 6 foundations over. So when it comes to steel, we can turn steel into a couple different things. If I go into my production, I have, let's see, a constructor. And this constructor can make steel beams from steel ingots, 60 per minute. It can also make steel pipes from steel ingots at 30 per minute. So those are good numbers. They're actually good numbers because I know if I want to make steel pipes, I can make 2 steel ingots. Sorry, this is bugging me. Okay. If I want to make steel pipes, I need 2 machines to use the same amount of ingots. I'm more worried about how many ingots I have than how much production I'm going to make. And then the other question is, do I have... Well, I can make steel rods too. But I have so much iron. I have iron that I can make into iron plates, and iron I can make into iron rods. And iron I can make into iron wire if I wanted to, but I have so much copper, so... Or I can make deuterium wire. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna stick with steel beams and steel pipes for the steel ingots. But there was another alternate recipe. It wasn't in the assembler, was it? No. Maybe it's in the foundry? Yep. So, if I take 120 steel ingots, 80 concrete, it'll make me 45 steel beams. That is not bad at all. Ooh. And then what was the other one? 50 steel ingots and 30 concrete to make 50 steel pipes. That's a 1-to-1 in terms of steel ingots versus steel pipes, where something like this is a, where would we go? 3-to-2? Yeah, but then I gotta waste concrete on it, and then that's a whole other... Yeah. What? I mean, it's not bad. This is probably the better one, because if you get 24 to 9, what's that? So 9 times... No, 9 times the... that's 27. That's kind of sucky. What's this one? How well do you do on steel beams? 4-to-1. Okay. It's a little bit better than that. But at least if I can build constructors, it will be pretty good. What else is in here? Anything else fun? I have another alternate recipe for steel casted plates. Iron ingots and steel ingots to make... Ooh. 15 and 15 to make 40. I'm gonna worry about that for when I do my oh my god, what do I want to call it? My main base for endgame base. So when I do my endgame base, that's what we're gonna do. So the next thing up, I need to figure out what I want to do with constructors. So like, let's say I put a constructor here. We'll get rid of this, and then a constructor here. Get rid of you little fellers, and then go to logistics, and then conveyor splitter. Put a conveyor splitter in the center, and then I would grab like this one, and then we'll, you know, bring it over here, yada yada. So what I could do is I could have these on the side, and then because it's 6 wide, I can kind of just go there. And then all I would have to do is kind of just build one going here. I could be lazy and just make a blueprint, but you know, where's the fun in that? Also, blueprints aren't this big. But here we go. So I could have a splitter going down here, and then the nice thing about this is if I set these all to steel beams, that's 60. So what you do is you do a hybrid form. This is a conveyor belt to Mark 1. So let's say the splitter right here, okay? It's going to split this into 3 ways. So it's going to go 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 every time that it splits it. So it splits it 3, like it splits it evenly. But once this gets to 60 on the belt and the belt backs up, it'll just push it over here. So it'll be like 1, 1, 1. Oh, that's full. 1, 1. Oh, that's full. 1. Oh, that's full. 1. You know, like every time it's just going to push it. So this can only hold 60. So only 60 will be able to go into here. But because we only need 60 to actually run the machine, it's load balanced. Oh no. What fun. So yes, so that'll be that. Oh, and then in terms of power, I actually, when it comes to power, I've been doing something special, which is I go into architecture, grab a metal thing, kind of bring it down, rotate it, and then put them down here. Now, someone said that was a tripping hazard, which it is. But to be fair, I'm not going to be walking. I can fly. Also, I can build stuff on top, so I can just, you know, kind of fly around. But I found something else that I thought was fun. Check this out. So if I click here, I have a splitter. If I aim at the end of the splitter right here and then build it over, it's always to the right of it. You know, kind of nice. And then you go over and you kind of do this one, connect, this one, connect, you know, as you're going down. Nothing too fancy. And even though it's a little off center, because you're building all of them in like a uniform pattern, it's still OCD friendly. Yay! Thanks, Caterium. So yeah, if I can build... Oh wait, now I gotta figure out the math on all this stuff. Oh, buddy. I forgot to do stuff. Hold on. Alright, here we go. Math time. We gotta pay the math budget. Here we go. 80 per minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, because only half of this is hooked up. 80 times 4 is going to be 320, which means I can only run 10 machines. No, 5 machines. 5 machines. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6. Poop. Well, if I use 2 of them, I'll have 1 for the first 6 and then 1 for the last 6. And then all I have to do is on these last 2, just bring them down that they'll be, you know, organized or whatever. So it's 320, so that's 60 plus 60 plus 60 plus 60. So 4 of them will be 220. Minus 320. So we got about 80. So I need to wait to make both of these 40. What if you did 10? Would 10? Oh, fuck. It's that simple. It's just that easy. Okay, so then this will make 10, that'll make 10, and then 15, 15, so... Oh, so it'll be 100 on each side, too. That's not bad. Alright, build and seal. Let's go. Well, several hours later, and paying the math budget really helped out, because check this out. We have 2 floors, which works out perfectly. And as you notice, the left side is taking 1 line each, whereas you might not have noticed the right side is taking 2 lines each, because the top and the bottom have been copied, pretty much. All right, so here's what we got going on. On the top, I have 15 beams, and another 15 beams, and then 10 beams. So these 3 make 50, which means those 3 make another 50, which means we have 100, 200, 300, 400 into a bin. Plus the ones on the bottom is another 400, which means we are making 800 steel beams per minute. 800, that's amazing. And because we have 2 uploaders, that gets us a nice 480 steel beams, but we're set on steel beams. It's amazing. Now this side is a little bit more tricky. See, each one of these is making, what is it, 20. You got 20, 40, 60, 80, 106. 0.6667. So we'll just say 100 on that, and we'll just say another, 800 on that. Okay? So that is ridiculously good. We have enough steel beams and steel pipe for days. And then over here in the concrete, I revamped this up just to reorganize it a little bit better, and then put in some beautiful, awesome sinks. And this is only just to keep things clear and going, just to make sure everything stays running smoothly. Now, that being said, we have everything for steel correct, good, and fantastic, really. So why not do the same thing over here for Caterium? Yep, it's time to whip out even more of the math budget. We might be going over our math budget this year, but you guys are worth it. So, in terms of Caterium, there are 2 recipes that I ever use for Caterium. And that is quick wire, which is 12 ingots per minute. That's insane. And Caterium wire, which is 15 ingots per minute, though it makes us 120 wire per minute. This one, only 60. So let's say I just made this into quick wire, and we can make all the wonderful things. Well, this makes 22.5, and they're all merged together. So 22.5 times a lovely 8 means each line is 180 ingots per minute. Not as much as the other ones, really isn't, but we don't need as much of the other ones as well. So 180 would be divided by 12. So 180 divided by 12 would be 15 machines. But I like them in the group of whatever the hell I had them at. You know what? I think it's time. It's time we start utilizing some power shots. I have quite a few over here. Just a little bit. That is 414. We might as well utilize them. And just like that, Skip, we got quick wire. Well, almost. I just have to fill up this last one over here. Interesting enough, I decided to do a little bit of changing up. See, here's the problem. Remember how I only had 6 lines? Yeah, well, turns out that I was building in groups of 8. So I had to figure out a way to get 6 into 8. So what I did was I did something very special. At the end of each one of these lines, we have over here, we have a smart splitter. Okay? So the smart splitter makes sure everything over here gets saturated, and then the rest kind of gets merged together going over for the final line. So that being said, it's time to work on 2 of the hardest ones we have to do with, and that is copper and iron. Oh, more math. So what do we have for copper? We have copper sheets. Okay. 20 copper ingots into 10 copper sheet. Then we have wire, which is 15 copper ingot into 30 wire. Yeah, we're gonna have to start utilizing some power shards on this stuff, because I think that's it. I have cable, but cable's from wire. Unless... Are you anything special in here? I mean, no, I don't want to waste plastic. I could have grabbed some Caterium for this, but then that's using even less ingots, and I got a lot of ingots. Combine it with rubber, quick wire, and rubber. Oh, that's always fun. Fuse quick wire. No, I don't know if I want to get into assemblers this early on. Oh, and then the other question is, how much am I making per line? Because these are some of the hefty boys. So you're making, 100 per minute. Oh, 400 per minute per line. Oh, 12 lines. Oh, the math budget. No. Well, but I mean, we can make plenty of copper sheets, which I mean, a lot of recipes use copper sheets later on, right? Because if I remember correctly, where you at? Yeah, like this uses copper sheets, that uses copper sheets. Oh, I still have extra petroleum. Ooh, I have extra petroleum coke. So this might be a good boy, because I'm gonna need it for computers. Oh yes, AI limiters, 25 copper. Okay, yeah, we're gonna need extra copper sheets, and I will take all the extra copper sheets I can get. Oh, and copper sheets and screws. All right, this is going to be fun. So I'm thinking first floor, we take out some copper sheets, we see how much we can make. Second floor wire, and yeah, I don't know. I think we're gonna have to use a ton of power shards on this one. That's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot. Did I say a lot? What I meant to say was a crap ton. What I meant to say was a dragon's horde. And we're not done. Okay, so math budget time. Math budget. You're gonna love this. I just power sharded this. Okay, so how do I put this? I have 400 per line, so obviously two of them combined is going to be 800. This is taking 40. And these are all times 2. Okay. So, let's see. 40 times 12 is going to be 480. Okay. So, why are they still all power shards? That is a good question. Because this one, all up here, are all double power shard to make 30. And let's see, 30 times 12 is 360. Did you notice? We have an extra 40. But that's okay. Because what I did was I had this all come down, and then this goes in here. Boop, right down to these two. And it's just fun. Incorporated, mandated, fun. Yep. So now, because how many is that producing? 20. So that's 120. So we have 120, 240, 360, 480. Yes. I have two 480 lines of copper sheets, and then I have 3 lines of wire. Technically, no, sorry, 8 lines. No, wait. Yeah, 8 lines of wire, because wire is so much. 60. So 60 times 6. 360 per line. Yep, that is fun. Math budget is great. But I bet you're curious, as that's not all. I could have worded that much better. Can we retake that? No, we have to leave it in? Ugh, you're such a dick. Alright, one and done. Alright, so check this out. Yes, these come out at 400, and that's gonna be great and all. But I still have 4 extra ones. So we're gonna have to go into floor number 3. And here's my thought for floor number 3. If I redo this one with all the wire, I can turn all that wire into cable. But before I do that, let's start working on iron first. So check it out. All right. Here we go. Iron plates, gotta love them. 30 per minute. Now, that shouldn't be too hard. I've already figured out numbers with 30 per minute. But we also have to see how much we're producing here, because I don't think we're producing as much. Shouldn't be doing the 400. 75. 75 times 2 is 150. Times 2 again is 300. Yay. So that'll be fun on that one. Okay, that one's not too bad. Then we get into the iron rod, which is half as much as the other one, which means we need twice as much machines, which means I need 2 power shards per, and that'll take care of iron rod. Now screws, we do have the alternate for screws, which is 12.5, which is even worse than the 15. Or, hear me out, we make iron rods again in floor number 3 and turn them to regular screws. Huh? Okay. I know what you're saying. Why do all that extra work? Because then it would, you know, it would kind of line up with the cable and everything, and it would be symmetrical. I'm wasting power shards, time, money, everything, math budget, just for symmetry. You're welcome. See, how can you not look at this and just love the symmetry of it all? All right, we got this over here that looks, well, close. You got this over here that looks like just spot on. Even underneath here, you have everything coming together. We have plates and rods for days. And because of the way that this actually comes out, the math behind it all. Oops. So this one's making 10 plates per minute. And then we have 10 plates per minute. And then we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So 120 plates per minute. Yeah, I could probably have killed off a couple at the end, but that's the point. So, you know, 120 times 4, that's a 480. Another 480. And then, of course, we have these over here. And because I'm putting one line in, one line comes out. Bam, Bob your uncle, it's all done. So we have rods, we have plates, we have cable. Sorry, we do not have cable. We have a wire, and we have copper sheets. So it's time to do one more level. But here's the thing. I don't want my level to be too low. Oh, so the question is, how high of a level do I go? Oh, you know what the easiest way to figure that out is? I got this. So over there, once I built all the steel and everything, I wanted to test out what it would be like if I just built in the storage containers in the build. So why not use those storage containers to figure out said height? Perfect. That'll give us plenty of extra space in here so we can look across. And then what I can do is I can build bins on this side as well, so we can have all the quick wire, and then start building bins over there for the other stuff, and should be good. I'm liking this build already, and it's going to be massive. Man, I love the belts. Oh, something about a nice, like, something about it's satisfactory. He said the name. This took far too long. What do you mean it doesn't look any different? Is this not the same thing? Oh, I see your confusion. I understand what's wrong. You think that's the same level as before. But alas, it is not. Yeah, I'm making a lot of screws. I am making a lot of cable. All this cable up here merged together. What are we? All right, let's see. So we have 30 and oh yeah, that's right. Here's another one. This one's making 45. This one's also making 45. So we have 60, 105. So both of those combined. All right, so let's see, 105. I think it's times 4. 420. Nice. So 420 times 4, because obviously we got 4 of them going on there. So 420 times 4, 1,680 cable per minute. Yeah. And as you can see, I have a ton of wire coming over. But it's nothing. I mean nothing compared to the screws. These are fully overclocked. 100 screws per minute. So there's... there's 12 times 4 times 100. 4,800 screws per minute. And I don't even know how I'm gonna belt these up. I wish I had Mark 6 belts right now, but jeez Louise. That's 10 belts worth. 10. Oh. Wait, is that 10 belts worth? Yeah, and then divided by 10. Yeah. 10 belts worth. How am I gonna do 10 belts? No clue. But it should be fun. 1, 2, and then 3. 1, 2, and then 3. Wait. Did I do the math wrong? Did I mess up the math budget? It's 100. Okay. There's 12, and then there's 4 of those. Yeah, it should. Why is my brain not braining? So we have 1 4, then another 4, and then another 4. That's 3, and then 6. So then another 6, and that's 12. Because I'm missing the 80. I'm thinking 400. Yep. Yippers. Yep. No. Yep. That's what I was thinking. I am messing up. So that would be 10 480 belts, but with the way that I'd actually have to belt these up, if I merge them together, getting the 80 on each one of these would be a huge pain in the bum hole. So I'm not going to do that. So let's recap where we are, because this is now where the map is going to be free to download. It's going to be in the Discord for anybody that paid attention this far along. Yep, you can now download this map, check out where I'm at in terms of progress, how the build's coming, if you want to see anything like that, all that good stuff. So it'll be available in the Discord. It'll be called Mid-Tier Madness Mark 1. Sure, why not? Currently at 245.5 hours into the build. Oh my lordy, how did we even get here? So let's do a recap so you can actually figure everything out. So we have a ton of trains, and all of them with fun little Harry Potter nicknames. So that's great. We have a ton of train stations, all of them with fun Harry Potter. Oh my god. Yes. All the trains and all the stations. That is amazing. I love it. We have this huge base that's coming along. Mr. Bean has somehow survived till the end of the video. You are my hero. You really are magic. I swear to God. All right, we got the main personal train that goes around everywhere, and the basic bitch station that I have over there that's building me all the stuff just to keep me going. Little by little, I can start breaking that down and switching everything over to over here. And now, granted, we have not gotten to the decoration part of it. We have not. But once that happens, oh, this base is gonna look insane. So yeah, this has been amazing so far. We're really making tons of progress. And everything is going to be looking so good once I can actually decorate. I'm really excited about decoration, but I want to get this thing up and running first, where it produces a whole buttload of things. But unfortunately, that's going to be it for me today. I have done quite a lot, and it's time to move on and get some sleep. Oh, I'm tired. I'm so tired. Oh. If you didn't hear that, that was me stretching. Anyway, have a lovely night. Enjoy your day. And I'll see y'all in the next video, where we start playing with trucks. It's gonna be a blast.